No need to dip it. Yeah. I don't need anything. I'll start draining this side. Yep. This is Alpha Hotel. I'm going to try out all runways to lock the flight automatically. All good? Just a little bit conscious of the time is all.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot to learn this morning.
All good?
Now the thing that I haven't done in terms of radio calls is all my radio calls have been for circuits. What do I request in this occasion? Is it for departure?
Yes, so what we do is we start up first.
Yep.
Then we request taxi for departure. And they clear us holding point Alpha runway 06 or holding point Echo for 24.
Yep.
We read back the taxi, and then at the holding point, rather than saying ready for circuits, you say ready for crosswind departure.
Crosswind departure, got it. So will I be executing the departure as well?
Yeah, I'm happy for you to do it. I'll guide you through it. Essentially, you just go 1,300 and level off on crosswind and then turn on downwind and just stay on crosswind.
Come on, Bill. Try the look.
Cool. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Let's just get the seat. Its position so far. So far. Whew, it's been a while. Alright, so checklist. So I'm going to start and then contact ground. Yeah. Alright, so we've done the pre-flight inspection. Let's skip the
passenger brief. We'll skip it now. That's alright.
Save some time.
Yeah.
Seats and seat belts are adjusted and locked. Brakes.
And my brakes are good as well.
Good. And I've got the parking brake applied. I'll do it in a moment. Circuit breakers. Electrical equipment is all off. Master switch is off. fuel selector valve. Fuel shutter valve. And the avionics circuit breakers are all in. Alright, so we're going to start. This is going to be a cold start. Alright, so throttle. One core engine, mixture, idle cutoff, propeller area, cleared, master switch. I'm going to turn it on. Clear prop! I call clear prop just before I turn this master switch on, because now the system is energized. And it could be a fault. Okay, flashing beacon, it is on. Alright, so I'm going to prime the system now, so it's going to be done with the fuel pump, mixture set to full reach for 3 to 5 seconds. Alright, fuel pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off. Back to lane. And ignition. This one.
Most likely the black key. No. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's it. Alright. So mixture, okay. Clear prop! It's not this one.
No?
No.
Try that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Okay, just want to do this.
That's fine, you're good to go.
Alright. Clear prop!
Avionics on. Let's turn on the noise reduction.
Whiskey right, go, let's change to 10, touch and go please.
Right, and GPS on. Alright, so avionics master switch on, radios. So we want to go to ground frequency 121.9, which is where we are now. Alright. Let's take our ATIS on 124. I'll continue with this checklist after, and then I'll take a ATIS. So radio set, flaps are retracted, and circuit breakers are all checked. Alright, so 121.9. ATIS 125.1. Switch that over. And come to
QH1021 on first contact with Camden Tower or ground, notify receipt of information Alpha. Camden Terminal Information Alpha. Runway 06, wind at variable 3 knots. Cav OK. Temperature 17, QH1021 on first contact with Camden Tower or ground, notify receipt of information Alpha. Camden Terminal Information Alpha. Runway 06, wind at variable 3 knots. Cav OK. Temperature 17, QH1021 on first contact with Camden Tower or ground, notify receipt of information.
Okay, so okay, actually everything looks perfect. Alright, so now I can contact ground on frequency 121.9, which we are there. I'm just going to ask for a taxi.
Yeah, so you go Camden ground, Cessna 172, Alpha Hotel, Scouts Hangar, request taxi for departure. Received Alpha.
Got it. Yep. Camden ground, Alpha Hotel, Cessna 172, dual at the Scout hangar. Request taxi, clearance for taxi for departure with information Alpha.
Alpha Hotel, taxi to holding point Alpha runway 06.
Taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 06, Alpha Hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to taxi, some mixture control. Just going to lean this because we'll be taxiing for a while. Actually, before I do that, let's go back to 1000 RPM. Alright. Lean.
50 kilo Mike, downwind 10 full stop. 50 kilo Mike, runway 10, cleared to land.
That
Runway
should
10,
be
cleared to land, 50 kilo Mike.
good. Okay, 1200. Brakes. Steering, instruments, all check. I'm going to check the instruments during taxi.
Yep.
And we could go. All clear, left and right. Handbrake is off. Okay, taxiing. I just check my brakes first.
Yeah, and I'll briefly check mine, so briefly taking over.
Yep, you're fine.
My brakes good, handing over.
Alright. So, we know that there's some works happening here. So, there's a safety car on Charlie.
Yep.
So, I'll be taking Alpha. Is that correct?
You'll be taking Delta.
That's Delta. Yes, I've got the map here. That's Delta.
Yep. So the one closest to us.
Yep.
So we'll be making a right turn onto Delta.
Right head into Delta. Got it. All clear.
Yeah. The cars have to give way to us.
Yeah. Alright, so then we're going to go into the runup bay and then do a U-turn, is that right?
Correct.
Into C. Yep. Reduce RPMs. Slow down a little. Windsock is flat. A helicopter there on the ground. The sign maneuvering area, Davide, what exactly does it mean in terms
The
of...
maneuvering area means you require a taxi clearance prior to passing it.
Got it, okay.
And vice versa. So you require the parking clearance prior to passing it.
Yep.
So from here we're going to do a left-hand U-turn.
Yep.
Pussy Hill Mike, request taxi to parking. Hill Mike, taxi parking.
Actually parking, where is he?
Hill Mike.
He's
Behind
on the
us.
grass.
Oh, right. Okay, and then into taxiway Alpha.
Yeah, and then from here it's a right-hand turn and you're back on Alpha.
Yep. Slow down a little. More of a sharp turn. More tractors. Alright. And while this was happening, I was checking instruments.
Yep.
The coordinator works, DI works, compass, and I'll set the runner bay. T's and P's in the green, which has gone into green now as well. Reduce RPM.
And from here we're going into the run-up bay.
Yeah. There's no wind in particular, so I'm just going to face towards the runway.
Yeah, variable 3 knots. So.
Yeah.
It's coming in a bit high.
Yeah.
slam there.
On judge. Been there. Alright, 1000 RPMs and the parking brake is on. Being touch and go. Alright, so before takeoff, parking brake is set. Passenger seat backs and seat belts are set.
Yep.
And secured. Cabin doors are locked.
And locked.
Going to test the flight controls.
Yep.
So elevators. Yep. Full deflection. Ailerons. Everything looks smooth and feels smooth. No obstructions. So that's the flight controls. Let's set flight instruments. I'll start with the directional indicator. It's on the 3-3, slightly to the 3-0. So that would be right there. Yep. Alright. The bug, I'll leave it on 06. QNH is 1021. 1021. Yep. Right there. Yeah, the artificial horizon looks good. Vertical speed is slightly to the positive, but it's okay. We've got 28 volts. And I think that's it with the instruments. All instruments are set. Cool. Fuel quantity we checked. We are full. Mixture set to rich. Fuel selector valve is on both. Okay, let's do the throttle test. Close window. Okay, 1800 RPM. That's 1800 RPM.
Camden Tower, good morning, weather Golf Yankee Tango.
Everything's in the green.
Golf Yankee Tango is at the T hangar.
Magnetos.
Departure physics lighting test.
This is both
Request taxi via 1 to
left.
receipt of information alpha.
Small drop, both.
Uncontrolled area, report holding short or
And right. Small drop and back to both. Vacuum. Green. Annunciator panel. Good. And I skipped one. Engine instruments and ammeter. Yep, the ammeter is right on the 0. Everything else is in the green.
And we're 28 volts.
And with 28 volts, yes. So the voltage actually is the same at the 1000 volts. Sorry, at 1000 RPMs and 1800, which is what
correct. It should be 28 volts of the engine running.
Yeah.
And then 24 volts before startup.
Yep. All right. And then when I go to idle, that voltage is going to drop. So next check is idle. Go back 27 volts.
Yeah.
And it's all good. And then 1000 RPM.
Yeah. The other thing with the idle, you want to check the RPM. It goes between 5 and 700, which it does.
It did, yeah.
Because if you're idling and it's still at like 1500 or something,
yeah.
that tells you that there's something wrong with the engine.
You don't have idle. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, back to 1000 RPM.
Likewise, if you're idling, the engine cuts. That's another problem as well.
Yep. The throttle lock is good as it is. Strobe lights, I'm going to set them on now. So strobe is on. Radios and avionics, they are set for ground at the moment. And, towers 120.1 standby.
Yep.
Right. Going to switch that when
the other
get
thing
to
we
the
do
holding
is
point.
COM2. We can set it on 12455 because we don't need the ATIS anymore. And when we depart into Camden, we're going to need to set it to Sydney Centre.
Okay, so this is
over here.
Sydney Centre, right? Because we're going outside the control area.
Correct.
So, right.
So we'll set that over now.
Okay.
That way, when we depart, it's one less thing we have to do. So after we've departed, we left the zone, we're clear of the inbound points. We go COM2. That way, we're listening and monitoring Sydney Centre.
And we turn on the microphone as well because that's who we want to talk to at that
Correct.
point, not Camden. Got
Yes.
it. All right.
But
Perfect.
we only do that after passing the inbound points. Once
Yes.
Camden is no longer a threat.
Right. And that's what, 2 nautical miles from here? On the
No,
radius?
2 nautical miles is the radius.
Yep.
The inbound points being Camden and Bringelly and Mayfield are the main 2 for the training area. Once you've gone past those 2, I'll point it out to you. From there we go to Sydney Centre.
Got it.
Because people are still coming inbound at 1,800.
So it's important to get the
To be
traffic,
monitoring it.
for people coming and approaching the airport.
Correct.
Because it might be in the way. Got it. All right. Continuing. Strobe lights are on. Radius avionics have been set. Nav GPS. Autopilot. Manual electric trim. We don't use. Elevator trim. It's set for takeoff. Wing flaps. We don't use flap for takeoff. Takeoff safety briefing. Okay, I'll do that really quickly. So I'm going to abort takeoff. Oh, and there's a plane there. If any, I'm going to abort takeoff during takeoff if any of the following is true. If I have not been able to reach 2250 RPMs, static RPMs at full throttle. If I'm unable to reach 60 knots of rotation speed per halfway through the airport, through the runway. If any of the T's or P's are not in the green and I have or if I have a sudden spike in any of those values, especially pressure and temperature, or if any abnormal sounds are coming from the engine and the passenger compartment and the cabin, I will abort. I will then throttle down to idle, apply brakes as needed, and exit the runway. If I have taken off with runway remaining and any of the above occurs, I will put throttle to idle, lower the nose to maintain glide speed, re-land the plane, and then exit the runway. Apply brakes as needed and exit the runway. If I have taken off without any runway remaining, then I will lower the nose. I will put throttle to idle, maintain glide speed, and look for a suitable landing spot within 30 degrees of the nose. I will not attempt to turn back to the runway to land unless I'm at over 1,000 feet above ground, which is or about the 1,300 feet in Camden at the point approximately, or I'm established at the downwind leg of the circuit. In that case, I will attempt to turn back to the runway if it's safe to do so. And that concludes the safety briefing. So yeah, that plane looks like a little...
Yeah, I might
strange.
radio him and see what he's up to. But what about a departure briefing?
Yeah, I'll do the departure briefing now. Okay,
Yep.
He's moving. Okay, good. So today we are departing on runway 06. My rotation speed is 60 knots. The weather looks excellent. Variable variable wind 3 knots. Cap okay, 17 degrees temperature. And 1021 QNH. We are going to depart the airport on the crosswind leg and head over to the training area to do advanced stall training.
Yeah.
The weather seems to be fine for the next couple of hours, so no need to worry about that. I will be looking out for aircraft, especially around the training area, and as we return back to Camden for landing. And that concludes the departure briefing.
Go.
All right. So we're good to go. I'm going to release brakes. So I'm going to go to the holding point, Alpha runway 06.
Let's do it.
And I will switch. Yeah, we'll switch to. We'll switch to tower when we do that, and let them know that we are ready for departure crosswind, or for crosswind departure. So that is a cross between a powered plane and a glider.
Yeah, it's got a really long wingspan.
Yeah. Looks like a glider, but flies like a plane. Right. Good. Alright, we're going to stop right here. Full stop.
Yeah.
1000 RPM, full
Yeah.
reach. So this is going to be the lineup. So pitot switch is, actually, we don't need the heat today. Instruments 1021 DI on the left of 30, which here is on the right of 30. I think it's moved a little. What do you think, Davide? It's closer to the 30. So I think it should
Yeah,
be.
we'll realign that and
Yeah,
we'll monitor it.
Yeah.
It's because we've been idling for a bit.
Yeah.
Because the vacuum pump isn't working as efficiently.
That's why you do the check.
Yeah.
Alright, so strobe is on. Piece and piece in the green. I'm going to switch to tower now.
Yep.
Mix is good. Transponder on 3000. Altimetry checked. Alright, let's do the check, the call. Camden Tower, Alpha Hotel Hotel. Holding point Alpha, runway 06, ready for crosswind departure.
Alpha Hotel, still clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Alpha Hotel Hotel.
Yep.
Cool.
So your aeroplane, we're going to take off,
Airplane.
turn onto crosswind, and then level off at 1300 and continue tracking on crosswind.
Right. Yep. So I'm going to turn crosswind 1300 and continue straight from crosswind.
So pretty much fly the circuit as normal, just don't turn onto downwind.
Don't turn, yep. Alright. Wind up and full throttle. I've got good static RPMs. P's and P's in the green, airspeed is alive. Got some pressure, 40, 50, 60 knots, rotate. Nice performance.
To the land at Zulu Foxtrot uniform.
A runway behind us, point down, nose, pick up some speed. I'm going to go for 74 knots, trim. Okay, good flight speed, and a good climb speed. Those two words are very similar. Heading is good. 700 feet. Runway behind us, all good. Pitch up a little, 800, clear right, clear center, clear left, left turn, into crosswind.
Bit of right rudder.
Yep.
Tower, 7 Zulu uniform.
900 feet.
Bringelly, 1,800.
It's a 15-degree turn. 1,000 feet.
From India, join downwind, runway 06, maintain 1,800 feet, report on the zone boundary.
700.
Downwind 06,
Wait.
maintain 1,800, report the zone boundary, Zulu from India.
1,200. Continuing the turn. Left rudder. Yes, 1,300, leveling off. Let the speed build up. And well, 2,200, maintaining the altitude. Continue the turn a little more.
Alrighty, so there's a few ways you can identify being clear of the zone. You see those green fields coming into your wing strut?
Yep.
Those big circular fields?
Yes.
Yeah, once you pass both of those, that's a pretty good visual indicator.
Okay.
We can also use the GPS. We can, if we zoom this out a little bit, you see the blue dotted circle around Camden?
Yep.
That there is the zone boundary as well.
That straight line?
That blue dotted circle.
Oh, okay. Oh, we've just gone out of it.
Yeah, so we're out of that circle. We're past those fields as well. That way we know we're clear of the zone. What we're going to do from here, we start a lookout.
Up there.
We've got traffic sighted, no conflict. What we can do is we can start climbing. We can go a little bit out to the right. So that way we're not a conflict to him. Track about a heading of roughly 350 and continue climbing. And now we're going to do a climb, tracking a heading of 350.
So what kind of climb is this in terms of speed?
We can just go VY.
So, okay, best rate.
Correct.
Alright.
So full power?
Yeah, fine. So you said 350, so I'm at 36 now.
Yeah.
Let's
go about 3.5.
little.
There we go.
Right. I'm going to pitch up a little more. So do we need to switch the radio now?
Not
Or
yet.
still-
So we need to pass Bringelly and Mayfield first.
Yes, yes.
Because we want to hear anyone coming inbound.
Got it. Okay, I'm going to just move to the left a little more. Okay, that's it. And
Yeah,
pitch
you can
up.
put your heading bug on there as well.
Oh.
Helps you maintain it.
Oh, it's very smooth today.
Every 500 feet as well, so about 2,000 feet. Just briefly lower that nose, do a bit of a lookout. You can see we've got traffic roughly about 11:30, just in a left-hand turn, no conflict. We've got him on GPS as well. Is now our 11 o'clock left-hand turn, no conflict.
Oh, good, just got it now. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Alright, and we'll continue climbing.
Alright.
And then once we hit 2.5, same thing, briefly lower that nose, do a bit of a lookout, and then continue climbing.
So you're just looking for the big needle to hit the 5 with a 0.
Correct.
Alright.
So 2,500.
Look ahead. All clear.
Yeah, and then continue climbing.
I can see the new airport. Just correcting my heading. There we go. Yep, speed.
Yeah, so now we've got Bringelly out on our right-hand side. So you can see the big intersection and the brickworks just on front of that wing strut.
Oh, okay, the mountain of dirt.
That's Bringelly over there.
Yeah.
On our left, you can see the big race course just behind your wing strut, roughly
Yes.
about your 8:30.
I can see that.
Yeah, that there is Mayfield. So we've got Mayfield and Bringelly.
So Mayfield is the race course, Bringelly is the intersection and the brickworks.
Correct.
Alright.
So the actual waypoint for Mayfield is the S bend in the river, but that race course is a good identifier for it. We've also got traffic, our 8:30, no conflict.
Okay,
Yeah,
as
and
well.
we've got traffic
12 o'clock.
as well, 1 o'clock, no conflict.
1 o'clock.
Cool. 3,000, briefly lower that
3,000.
nose. We've identified traffic now at 12 o'clock. What we'll do is we'll turn onto a heading of roughly 300, just to stay clear of that traffic.
300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we're passing those inbound points as well, we can now go COM2, because we're clear of Camden. The other thing we can do is go transponder and go VFR to set our code for 1,200.
Okay.
That's the code for Class Golf airspace. Yep, so go 300. You can put your heading bug on there as well.
So whenever you make a change in your heading, you use the heading bug
Correct.
to help you out. Oh, he's
Yeah,
doing
that
turns.
aircraft is
Yeah.
now on a left-hand turn.
Yeah.
There should be no conflict. So we'll continue tracking this direction.
Yep.
Lower that nose at 3.5. He's now above us in a right-hand turn, no conflict, and no other traffic.
All clear.
From here, we'll continue climbing. We're going to go up to 4,000 feet.
Yep, climbing, heading is good. Speed is good. Don't drop too much. Trend is good.
Once we've hit 4,000 feet, do you see the big body of water out there, just about your 1:30, 2 o'clock?
Yes.
Yep. Once we level off at 4,000, I want you to track towards that body of water.
Got it. Right, 3,000, heading to 9.
Yeah, the same traffic from earlier is now 3 o'clock, tracking away from us, no conflict.
Yeah, I can see. Alright. Gonna hit 4,000 now. Level off. Right, all clear.
Yeah,
So
and then we'll track towards those lakes. Maintaining 4,000.
level turn. Don't climb any higher. Level off at 4,000.
Yep.
Just picked up 100 feet. Alright, so I'll continue level here.
Yep.
Right?
Just level.
Okay. Power off, power down to 2.
So first straight and level cruise, 2,300.
2,300. Right.
Yeah, and about 1/3 ground, 2/3 sky.
About here. Trim. Should I go for the center of that body of water, that lake, or?
We can go for the center of it.
Yeah, okay.
So it should be roughly northbound.
About there.
Yeah, cool. Now that we're leveled out, from here let's do a HASEL check together.
HASEL.
So first of all, height. So we're sufficient to recover by 3,000 feet AGL.
Yes, height is good, 4,000 AGL.
So we're 4,000 AMSL,
AMSL.
but we're sufficient to recover by 3,000 AGL. Elevation here is about 500 feet.
Yep.
Cool. From there, airframe. We have it trimmed out and configured for straight and level.
Yep.
What's next?
Airframe is good. S is
security.
Security.
So there's no loose objects around the cockpit. Everything is restrained and tied down.
That's right. I checked the back seat. It's all good. Test the bags.
Next up is E for engines, T's and P's. So our temperature is
good.
slightly high, but it's still in the green. Makes sense because we've been climbing.
Yep.
And pressure is in the green.
All right. I feel.
Location.
Yep. So we are training area.
Yep. Not over any built-up areas, or not over any large townships or anything like that.
That's right.
And then lastly, lookout. So for our lookout, we'll do a full 360 turn.
Okay. Before we do that, David, just a question here. I feel that I have to keep using some ailerons to get me to the heading that I want. Is there a wind perhaps that is pushing us?
It is possibly a bit of wind. Could also be a little bit of rudder.
Yeah. It could be my rudder. Yeah, okay.
Yep, cool.
Okay, we're good. So
that's alright. We're about to pass the pipeline here, which is the northern boundary for the training area.
Oh, yes.
So when you're ready, I'll get you to just do a 180 degree turn, left or right.
Okay. Okay, commencing my turn now. I'm going to end up looking at the lakes again when we come out of it.
So we're going to turn towards the south. We're going to do a 180 first.
180 first, alright.
Yep.
Starting the level turn.
Yeah, just because we're passing the pipeline, so we need to be south of that pipeline. So once we turn onto the south, we'll do a 180 from there.
Oh, okay. So do the 180 and go back into our, I guess, boundary.
Yep.
On the left side of the pipeline, and then do another 180 degree to complete our lookout.
We can just do a full 360 from there.
There's a dam as well.
Yep.
And careful not to go too low. I'm going to go back up to my...
Yeah. Try and maintain 4,000.
Yeah. Alright, so almost completed with my 180.
Yep.
So level off about here, and then give me a bit of distance with the pipeline, and then do another 180.
So what we'll do, rather than doing another 180, we'll just do a full 360.
Ah, sure.
And we can track southbound. So let's let our heading bug onto the south.
South, yeah. Got it. 4,000 feet.
Alrighty, from here, if you like, I can demo a steep turn for you.
Okay, so you use a steep turn to do the check? To do the
we can.
Okay.
So when you're ready, I'll get you to pass me controls.
Yep, your plane.
My aircraft. So I'm going to demo you a steep turn. Just going to increase the power a little bit, just to pick up the speed slightly. Cool. So with our steep turn, as always, to start off with a lookout, I'm going to do one to the left. So we go clear on our right, go center, clear on the left. From here, start off roll balance back pressure, same as you would enter any turn. Now passing 30 degrees, I'm going to apply full power. And then I'm going to turn it onto 60, using rudder to keep myself in balance, and applying back pressure.
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, lift up your arms. That's 2 Gs.
Oh,
so you feel double the weight what you normally would.
Oh yes, I do.
So maintaining the turn, looking out into my turn, keeping the same attitude, making sure my instruments are all stable. Approaching the south now, I'm going to roll out of the turn, reducing power, back to cruise power, and maintaining height.
Ah.
There we go. So that's our steep turn.
Cool, that was weird.
Yeah.
I felt that my brain was actually malfunctioning.
You feel weird. Yep, so that's a steep turn. So from here, I'm going to conduct the first stall. So we're going to start off by setting power to idle. Just a bit of revision on this one, we'll just do a straight and level one.
Yep.
So power, back to idle, maintaining 3,900, so I'm going to maintain that. I'm going to use attitude to try and maintain it. If I do encounter a bit of a rolling motion, I'm going to use rudder to keep my wings level. Yep. Continuing to pull back, we can hear that stall warning starting to come in. You can see I'm getting a little bit of control buffet, controls are sloppy, airspeed is low, continuing to pull back, and there's my stall. Ailerons to neutral, apply full power and climb out.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
And that's our standard stall recovery.
200 feet.
Yeah, roughly. Cool, and then we climb back up to 4,000, sorry. Cool.
Same heading.
Yeah, maintaining the heading.
Yep.
Cool, level it off on 4,000. And when you're ready, handing over.
Yep, my plane.
Your aircraft. From here I'm going to get you to do an idle power, straight and level stall recovery, similar to what I just did.
Right. Okay.
When ready, we'll go power back to idle.
4,000 feet.
Yep.
Idle.
Maintaining straight and level.
So I'm using rudder, maintain straight and level.
Cool. From
and
here,
I'm starting to pull back.
Yep. Increase the back pressure.
Okay, increase.
Yep. Try and maintain your height.
Maintaining 4,000 feet.
Yep.
Okay, speed is dropping. I'm pulling back.
Yep. Continue to increase that
horn.
back pressure. We're descending slightly, so even more back pressure.
Horn.
Yep. Even more back pressure. Even more. Even more.
Even more.
Even more. All the way back.
All the
Yep.
way. This is
All
back.
the way. There's the stall.
Neutral.
Yep.
And
And climb
power.
out.
Cool. And slowly go back on the ascent to get my. Oh, I lost a lot more than you did.
That's right.
Right here. So climb back to my 4,000.
Yep.
And still south heading.
Yep.
Very good.
Alrighty. From there, when we've leveled off of 4,000, we'll do another HASEL check, but for the lookout, we'll do a 180 turn. So we'll do 1 or 2 stalls, and then a 180, and then 1 or 2, then a 180, and so on and so forth.
Alright, so I'm at 4,000. I'm going to level off here.
Yep.
Do a HASEL check. So altitude is good. I do
Yep.
have 1,000 feet to recover.
Yep. Airframe.
Airframe is all checked.
Yep.
Which is
A
security.
little bit less power.
Security, I mean all things are in here are secured.
Yep.
HASEL L.
Location.
Location, yes. We are approved to do
Yep.
this sort of thing here.
Skipped engine as well, just T's and P's are in the green.
T's and P's are in the green.
Yep, location is done, and then lookout.
And the lookout.
So we'll do a 180 degree turn for this
Yep,
one.
180, so I'm going to go to
The north.
north.
Back
Alright,
towards that lake.
I'm going to do a left turn.
Sure.
So right's good, center, left. Alright, left turn. I'm not going to do like a 60 degree.
No, just a 30 degree.
I'm going to do a 30 degree.
Yeah, that one was just a demo, just to show you what it looks like.
Yeah.
When you do the lesson for it, you'll have a go at doing those.
Alright. So I'll maintain 4,000 feet. And a bit of left rudder to keep us coordinated.
Yep.
That was good. T's and P's good.
Yep. A little bit more angle of bank. You want to go 30 degrees.
Yeah. That's better.
Yep. We've got traffic coming into our 12 o'clock, far no conflict. We've also got him on GPS.
I don't see them yet.
That's alright, he's just our 12 o'clock now, doing a slight left-hand turn.
Oh, got him. Yes.
Yep.
I'm getting new glasses.
That's
I can
alright.
see those details.
He's starting to come onto our converging heading now. Let's maintain current altitude and maintain current heading. We'll just see where he goes before we do a stall.
North.
We'll see if he continues to turn. Alrighty, he appears to be tracking away from us now in a right-hand turn.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah, we've got him on GPS as well.
Does this indicate the direction?
Yeah,
plane is
so the
moving?
direction
That's
and the
an arrow.
-5 means it's
Yeah.
500 feet below us.
Yes. So yeah, it tells us that it's moving.
Correct.
Basically same heading.
Same
as we are.
direction at the moment.
All
And
right.
he's doing a left-hand turn now, so we're just going to hold off on the stall.
Yep.
We'll wait for him to finish his maneuver. Looks like he's doing a steep turn. Alrighty, from here, when ready, I want you to set power to 1,500 RPM this time.
Yep.
And we're going to do the same thing, straight and level, this time with 1,500 RPM set.
Okay, I'm ready. So
Yep.
1,500 RPM,
Yep, I've got tabs on the traffic.
holding altitude. Should I start like putting pressure to decrease speed?
You
or
want to
just
maintain altitude.
maintain? That's my primary. Okay, so as required in order to maintain my altitude here.
Correct.
All right. A bit of right, left rudder.
Yep, that
Alright.
traffic is still no conflict.
Right. Maintain altitude. Back pressure. Back pressure. 4,000 feet. 65 knots. Back pressure.
Yeah.
4,000 feet. Stall horn. 60 knots. Right rudder.
Lane of entry, Brahma X-ray Whiskey Cherokee at Parramatta 1,500.
Yep, even more back pressure. We're starting to descend.
Yep.
Lane of entry, Brahma X-ray Whiskey.
50 knots.
Yep, even more back pressure.
Back pressure.
Yep, even more back pressure.
Yep.
Even more back pressure.
We can't
There's
do it.
the stall. So no ailerons.
Oh,
nose
yeah,
it down,
see? Yeah,
right rudder.
Yeah.
And apply full power.
I went for ailerons.
Yeah, you went for the ailerons
Yeah.
there.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So no ailerons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened there was we got a bit of a wing drop.
Yes.
So in that case, you got to use a rudder.
Okay, back
Cool.
to 4,000.
Yeah.
But even if like you told me just a few minutes ago,
That's all
and
good.
I went for ailerons.
So what I'm going to do, on this one I'm going to demo one. So when
Yeah.
you're ready, I'll get you to pass me controls.
Your plane.
My aircraft. Level it off at 4,000. And I'm going to do the same one that you just did. So I got that traffic, here's no conflict, 3 o'clock. I'm going to set power to 1,500. I'm going to start applying back pressure. The traffic is no conflict. So as I apply the back pressure, I'm going to try and maintain 4,000 feet.
Yep.
Yeah. Applying my back pressure. I can see that the aircraft is now starting to roll a bit to the right. To the left, sorry. So I'm going to apply just a small amount of right rudder. Yep. Keep it going. And there's my wing drop. Lower the nose.
And you use
Left
rudder.
rudder. Full power. You'll notice the entire time my ailerons remain neutral.
I couldn't see your feet, but I imagine you did opposite rudder.
You can follow it on the you can follow
Yeah,
along
oh,
with the
okay.
pedals. I'll do it one more time.
Yeah.
So that traffic is now on a bit of a converging heading.
Yes.
Let's see what he's doing. He's doing a steep turn still, so
Steep
he's
turn.
fine.
Yep.
Cool. I'll do one more. So 1,500. This time I'll do it in a bit of a climb, just to expedite it a bit. So I'm going to maintain back pressure. So I can expect a bit of a wing drop on this one. And there we go. So lower nose,
Yeah.
left rudder, full power.
So you lower the nose first, and
Yeah.
then you put a bit of rudder in.
Correct.
The opposite rudder of the wing that dropped.
Yep, and then full power.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that traffic is now still to our right hand side, now doing a gradual turn on a bit of a converging heading. We got him sighted at 2 o'clock.
Loaded.
Yeah. I'm just going to wait to see what he does. That's the warning. I'm just keeping note of him. He is now turning out to the right. Alrighty. And he'll be no conflict.
I can see the pipeline.
Yep. Alrighty, and he is now passing our right hand side. Cool. I'm going to do a 180 turn from here for our HASEL. So height is checked, airframe is good, security, all loose objects are secured. Engine T's and P's are in the green. Location, we're not over any built up areas. Lookout, I'm looking right, center, left, acknowledging the traffic behind me. I'm going to do a left hand turn, continuing my lookout.
Turning towards us now. According to GPS.
Yeah, I've got him sighted. He's no conflict, roughly about our 10 o'clock. Now tracking away. Okay. Rebugging from here. When ready, handing over.
My plane.
Your plane. I want you to set power to 1,500 RPM.
Yep.
And conduct the same stall.
Same as before. Alright. So 1,500, maintaining 4,200 feet. Whoops. Remove too much power.
That's alright.
Maintain this altitude. I'm going to just fix my rudder. Okay.
Yep,
Back
starting
pressure.
to descend. Yep.
Maintaining altitude.
Yep.
Altitude is good.
Even more back pressure. pressure. Even more. Even more. There we go. Very nice.
Did you do anything, or was it all me?
That was all you. I was just holding the yoke to make sure you wouldn't induce ailerons. But that was good.
Okay, back to altitude,
Yeah.
12,000.
Cool.
Get to my south heading.
Yeah. From here, we're going to do a one in a turn. So when you're ready, I'll get you to pass me controls.
Okay, your plane.
My aircraft. So from here, I'm going to set throttle to 1,500 RPM. I'm going to do a level turn. So 1,500 RPM, maintaining straight and level. I'm going to go to the right. So I'm going to do a 30-degree turn to the right. Now I'm going to try and maintain altitude.
Yep.
Now before we were stalling at roughly about 40 knots. Watch the airspeed this time.
It's dropping a lot.
So we've stalled, and now we've stalled into the turn. So I'm going to nose it down. Left rudder. Full power.
So we stalled, the right wing stalled first.
Yeah, so in that case, we stalled into the turn.
Yeah.
So it nosed down a little bit and started to roll.
It's very subtle.
I'll do it one more time. So we're tracking northbound now. Leveling off. Traffic on GPS, 12 o'clock low. He's pretty far away, he shouldn't be a conflict. So I'm going to try doing one to the left this time. So 1,500 RPM.
Yep.
Right, center left. Left hand turn. 30 degrees angle bank. And holding it there. Applying back pressure to maintain my height. This time we've stalled out of the turn. So nose it down, the wing drop kind of leveled itself out.
On the right side.
But you use rudder and you go full power. So in that instance you can see it stalled out of the turn.
In both cases you went neutral on the yoke?
Neutral on the yoke. So neutral, rudder to correct, then power.
Got it.
Cool.
Neutral, basically let go of the controls, use rudder to correct and power.
Essentially, yeah.
The speed.
Alrighty. I'm going to hand it back over to you, so handing over.
My plane.
Your aircraft. When ready,
Going,
we'll go south. I want you to do a set power to 1,500 RPM. We can go either left or right, 30 degrees angle of bank.
I'll do left first.
Sure.
And then I'll do right. So this is right turn, 1,500 RPM, maintaining my
30 degrees angle of bank.
30 degrees.
Yep.
Around here, yep. Left rudder to coordinate, 4,100 feet.
Yeah, pull back more to increase, to keep the altitude the same.
Yes.
Yep, still descending, even more back pressure. Yeah. Hold it. Even more back pressure. Even more back pressure. Even more back pressure. Even more back pressure. There's our stall.
Yeah, I didn't have to do anything with the rudder. It just fixed itself.
Yeah. And climb out.
Alright, that's fine. Should I turn to south for the next test or do it from here?
I'm fine with that. We can move on to the next one. So when you're ready, I'll get you to pass me controls.
Yep, it's full throttle.
Yep, my controls. We'll climb up to 4,000. Level it off. We'll do another HASEL check. Height is checked. Airframe is configured. Security, doors are latched, windows, seatbelts closed. T's and P's are in the green. Location, not over built up area, and lookout. We'll do a 180 on this one. We'll go towards east, clear on my right, clear center, clear left, 30 degree turn. We've got traffic on GPS below us, 2,000 feet low. Don't have him visual, but we'll wait for him to pass from under us. What we'll do, we'll actually level off on the south. That way we're not stalling the same direction as him, and he'll pass behind us, no conflict.
Just moving that way.
Yep, cool. from here, we're going to do a climb. We'll do a climbing turn.
Yep.
So, same thing, power 1,500. This time I'm going to pitch it right up to enter it into a climb, and I'm going to turn out to the right 15 degrees angle of bank. Yep, so you can see we're entering a climb. This one happens a lot quicker.
Yes.
So applying back pressure, and we can see we've stalled.
Oh.
Lower the nose,
Oh.
correct, full power.
Yep.
And this case, I'm just going to level it off at 4,000.
Okay.
When you are ready, handing over
My plane.
your plane. Set power to 1500 RPM.
Oh, so it's going to be a climb turn.
Climbing turn.
Climbing. I'm going to do a
We'll
climb
go one
turn.
to the left.
Yep. All right. So 1500.
Yep, 1500 RPM.
Climbing.
Yep, a little bit more throttle. There we go.
Oops.
Pitch it up into a climb and maintain 15 degrees angle bank. Keep pulling back to maintain the climb. More back pressure, more back pressure, more back pressure, more back pressure, all the way back. There we go.
Yeah. Let's climb again.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll do
good.
that one more time. So 1500 RPM. This time we'll do a right-hand climbing turn.
Okay, 1500, pulling back on the control column,
Yep.
climbing, right 15 degree
Yep,
turn,
got to maintain the climb, so you got to pull back.
pulling back,
Yep,
more,
even more,
more.
even more, even more. Starting to descend, even more. Alrighty, there we go. So do you think we've stalled?
It doesn't want to stall, yes, it
We
has
have stalled.
Okay, it
Yeah.
has, yeah, but
So you got to recognize it.
yeah,
Yep. Remember, rudder to keep it level.
yes.
Yeah.
I said that it doesn't want to stall because like I still had control.
What happened there? Did you notice the rate of descent?
Yes.
Yep, we
Oh.
already stalled.
Look how much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool. So that time it dropped into the turn.
yes. All right.
Cool.
Should I
Speaking
change
of,
heading?
when ready, we'll track towards the west.
Yep.
Just because there's a bit of traffic out in the training area, we'll go in the western area here.
Alright.
From here, when you're ready, I'll get you to pass me controls again.
Yep, your plane.
My aircraft. This time I'm going to do a stall from a glide. The height is good, airframe is checked. Security, loose objects, tied down, secured. Engine T's and P's are in the green. Location, not over a built-up area. Lookout, clear center. And right and left. And what we'll do a bit of a clearing turn, make sure there's no one around.
GPS is clear. So this is a waypoint.
Yeah,
Mayfield.
but that's still a while away. It's
GPS.
3 miles away.
Yeah, I'm just learning how to read the GPS screen.
That's all good.
So yeah. So that's an assistance.
And we'll go towards here on the east. Rolling out. From there, I'm going to set power to idle and enter a glide. So to enter my
Yeah.
glide, trim back 68 knots.
68 knots.
So now we've got 68 knots set, we're in our glide. From here, I'm going to enter the stall. So we're going to continue applying back pressure, trying to maintain the height.
Yep.
Actually, sorry, we'll do it as a descent. So I'll go 68 knots on my descent. But you can see I've got a negative rate of descent. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to very slowly pitch back. And I'm going to try and keep it in a descent as I'm stalling.
Right. Yep.
So this one takes a while.
Air conditioning has stopped.
Yeah. So here we can see we're still descending, but we're still able to induce a stall.
Traffic in the Wollongong City area, caravan box for Golf Quebec, just drop 7 parachutes from flight levels overhead Flagstaff Point, Wollongong City area.
Yep, still descending.
Yeah.
And there's the stall. So to recover, going to lower that nose, let the airspeed bleed back up.
Yep.
And I'm going to re-intercept 68 knots. And
Well,
we're back in our glide. So you can see there we didn't use any power.
Yes, I can see how that can happen on final.
Yeah.
And of course in emergency if you have no power.
Cool. So from here, you can go around. So full power, Now when I apply full power, the nose is going to want to come up because of all the back trim. So we'll trim it forward, and we'll climb back out to the west. As I'm doing that, height, climbing back up to 4,000. Airframe, we're configured in our climb currently. We'll reconfigure it for straight and level shortly. Security, windows are latched, everything is shut. Engine, T's and P's are in the green. Location, not over a built-up area. Lookout currently being conducted in our climbing turn. Leveling off on the west. Climbing up to 4,000. And when you're ready, handing over.
Yep, my plane.
Your aircraft. I'll get you to bring the power all the way back to idle and enter a glide.
Okay, so it's going to be a glide, so all the way back to idle. At my 68 knots of glide speed. Pitch down.
And trim to maintain it.
Yep. That's it. Trim.
Now from here, to save time, we'll just do it from straight and level rather than a descent.
Sure.
So when you're ready, I'll get you to enter a stall, trying to maintain altitude.
Maintain altitude, yep.
And then recover without power.
Got it. Maintaining altitude, 50 knots. Back pressure, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Stall. Back to 68 knots. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, yeah.
And reconfigure for the glide.
Alright, power.
Yep, there we go. We'll go around.
Trim.
Now the last one, I'm just going to do it as a demo because we're starting to run out of time a little bit. So when you're ready,
Sure.
I'll get you to pass me controls.
Your plane.
Yep, taking over. We'll track towards south, and I'm going to show you the approach configuration.
So that's with flaps on.
Correct. So from here, 4,000 feet.
So altitude 4,000 feet, got 1,000 feet below us.
Yeah.
Left this way.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to set power 1,500 RPM.
Yep. Airframe is configured.
Yeah.
Security.
Done. Flaps checked. First stage.
Yep. Flaps 10.
Flaps checked. Speed checked. Second stage. From here, we're going to enter a descent as if I'm on, say, base or final. Yeah, 1,500. And we're going to start descending. Now, once I'm in my descent, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start slowly increasing the altitude, maintaining the descent. So you can see that airspeed starting to get a bit low.
Yep. Dropping very slowly.
Yeah, this one takes a while.
60. And you're still descending very slowly.
Yeah.
It's just 1,500 RPM.
Come on.
There you go. 45, 55.
Yeah, I'm starting to hit 3.5, so I'm just going to transition to a level 1. Yeah, now with flaps and RPM, let's see if we can get the airspeed to read 0.
Tracking north, Warnerville traffic. Estimate time, 1101.
And there's our wing drop. So it's more severe if the flaps out.
Of course.
So from here, right rudder, full power, climb out. So the flaps extended, that wing drop is more severe.
Also because the airspeed is almost zero.
Correct.
But you almost stopped.
And retracted stages.
Yep.
And climb out.
If you want to make that broadcast there as well. I've got no observed traffic in the area.
Cool.
Alrighty.
So we're listening to Sydney control now.
Correct.
Or Sydney Sedna.
Yes. So from here, I'm going to descend. We're going to go back down to 1,800 to go back inbound into Camden.
Okay.
Going to track towards Bringelly. As we're tracking towards Bringelly, we're going to start grabbing our ATIS. That's information Bravo now.
Wind variable 5 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 26. QNH 1021. On first contact with Camden Tower or ground.
21.
Receipt of information
Got it.
Bravo. Camden terminal information Bravo. Runway 06.
So the only change is the wind
Variable 5 knots.
and the temperature.
Cab OK. Temperature 26. QNH 1021.
It's picked up almost 10 degrees since the time we've been up here.
Yep.
Information Bravo.
Okay.
Alright, so what we're doing now, we're tracking towards Bringelly.
Camden terminal information.
And we're going to just do a nice gradual descent.
Bringelly.
Yeah. We can see we've got the brickworks and the intersection, just our 12 o'clock.
QNH 102.
As I'm going towards Bringelly, I'm going to set my comm to comm 1, so I can monitor traffic coming in and out of Camden. The other thing I'm going to do is get my transponder, and we're going to go 3000, which is the code for Class Delta.
Yes.
Now once I'm over the top of Bringelly, I'm going to be making a radio call. It's going to be Camden Tower, Cessna 172, Alpha Hotel Hotel, is overhead Bringelly. My altitude, so 1,800 by then hopefully. Inbound, in receipt of Bravo.
Okay.
So I can see I've got traffic on GPS who appears to be doing the same. I don't have them visual yet, but I can see them on the GPS system. So we'll keep an eye out for them.
So they'll be 500 feet below us.
Yes.
Start converging.
Oh, yep, I've got him sighted. It's just our 11 o'clock.
Looking for traffic.
That's alright. Here's now our 11:30 coming into our 12, travelling left to right. Now 12 o'clock.
Oh, yes. Damn. The ice slide.
1,800 inbound circuit. We have information Bravo.
Alright, so yes.
Echo Zulu, join downwind runway 06, maintain 1,800 feet, report on the zone boundary.
Join downwind for runway 06, Charlie Echo Zulu, and we'll maintain 1,800.
And Camden Tower, Cessna 172, Alpha Hotel is over Bringelly, 1,800 feet inbound in receipt of Bravo. We have the other traffic in sight.
Hotel, join downwind runway 06, maintain 1,800 feet, report on the zone boundary.
Join downwind, maintain 1,800 feet, Alpha Hotel Hotel.
06.
Runway 06, Alpha Hotel Hotel.
Camden Tower, Zulu Foxtrot Uniform, Cessna 172, ready runway 06 for crosswind departure.
Zulu Foxtrot uniform, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Zulu Foxtrot Uniform.
So he's travelling downwind.
Correct, so he'll also be joining downwind.
Joining downwind,
But what we're going to do is follow behind him, maintaining 1,800 feet.
Still see him.
Yep. So from here, do you have the airport in sight? Just about our 1 o'clock.
Right there. Yeah.
Yep. So from Bringelly, for runway 06, the expected join is downwind, maintaining 1,800. So his exact instructions were join downwind for runway 06, maintain 1,800, report on the zone boundary. The zone boundary is 2 miles around the airport. It's the same one we used when we went outbound.
Right. So we're not going to go on circuit altitude on the downwind leg. We're going to overfly it, essentially.
We go on 1,800.
Yes.
From there, we're not allowed to descend below 1,800 until we receive a clearance. That clearance is given in the form of cleared visual approach.
Right.
What cleared visual approach means, it means we're allowed to descend into the circuit as required. So for example, if you get clear visual approach on base, that means you can descend past 1300. If you get it on downwind, it means they want you to level off at 1300.
Got it. So depending on what your position is at the time that you get clearance for visual approach, then you choose what to do.
Correct.
And do you need to call them once you get to the downwind leg at 1800?
Yeah, so he's asked us to report on the zone boundary.
Right. Which
So the zone
we are
boundary.
approaching. The blue line.
Yeah, I'm just listening on the radio. Yeah. Just to keep a bit of a listening watch.
From India, follow a Cherokee joining downwind from Outfield at 9 o'clock.
Traffic aside, Zulu from India.
We can see the circles, we can see the line on
Kazulu, clear visual
GPS.
approach.
Clear visual approach, Charlie Kazulu.
Yeah, visual approach.
Yeah. Getting static on the radio.
Departing.
Affirm, Cess is departing. Crosswind apparently.
Going to ground, Whiskey Charlie
Oh,
Zulu
fuck's sake.
is at grass parking, request taxi to fuel down.
Say again?
Whiskey Charlie Zulu is at grass parking, request taxi to fuel Bowser.
Not required.
Charlie Zulu, taxi to Bowser.
Taxi to Bowser, Whiskey Charlie Zulu.
Alpha Hotel tells past zone boundary.
Hotel. So you know, if you change the sequence, follow a Cessna now high and you're probably 11 o'clock.
Traffic aside, Zulu from India.
Alpha Hotel, cleared visual approach runway 06, follow the arrow on Lake Downwind.
Traffic sighted, clear visual approach, Alpha Hotel.
So he told us about that traffic.
Charlie and Kazulu, you downwind call?
Now we can go to 1300.
Zulu turning left.
Join the circuit.
Yeah.
Runway 06. Touch and go.
Sorry, just a bit busy on the radio, is that?
Touch and go, Charlie Zulu.
And Alpha Hotel tells late downwind for full stop.
Alpha Hotel.
Got it.
Brakes, undercarriage, mixture, foot ridge, instrument switches, hatches, harnesses, all secured. Alrighty, from here, we're on a high downwind. You want to do the landing?
Yep.
Handing over.
My plane.
Your aircraft.
Okay, safe speed for flap 1. 1500 RPMs. Alright, I am a little high, but it's okay.
Touch and go.
Clear on the right, clear center, clear left.
So you got traffic on final.
Yeah, traffic on final. Yeah, it just passed my my shoulder.
Yep.
So I'm then doing. I'm just going to reduce the RPM to lose some bit of altitude, and I'm going to deploy flap 20 once I'm established on base.
Okay.
1000 RPM. Set my bug as well to runway 06. Alright, that's it. Flap 20. 1000 RPM. Speed is low, so let's fix that. For 70 RPM, pitch down. Clear right, clear center, clear left. Start my left turn. 70 knots.
Alpha Hotel, clear to land.
Clear to land, Alpha Hotel. 75 knots. Trim. 75 knots. Full flap. 1000 RPM. 70 knots, good for base. Sorry, good for final. Knots, clearance to land. Piece on the green, flap is down. Idle. Back pressure. Okie dokie. Yes.
Nice landing.
Nice. Haven't done one for a long time. Back pressure, bit of brakes. take the exit here?
Yeah, we'll take the exit.
HASEL taxi to parking.
Taxi into parking, Alpha Hotel Hotel.
From India, cover to go around to part upwind.
Part upwind, Zulu from India.
Alright. Whew, it was fun. Remove flap. Remove strobe. Open window.
So we just taxi on Delta.
Yeah, continue straight.
HASEL, clear touch and go.
That was a really fun lesson, Davide. Thank you.
That's alright.
That
Hopefully that
60
didn't scare you too much.
That 60-degree turn was weird.
Yeah. You'll do that for your next lesson. So that'll be steep turns.
Ah, perfect. Gonna need a high G vest.
Yeah.
Give the blood to the brain. So that, at least some of those stalls would be material that I'll be examined on for the RPL test, correct?
That is correct.
Yep. I guess RPL is really about basics and safety procedures. The bare minimums for safe flying.
Yes.
Alright. We are full, so we don't need fuel. All clear. On the yellow line.
And what I might get you to do, I might just get you to park on the grass in front of the hangars, because you've got to pull out Charlie Foxtrot India
Yes.
after this.
So park here, do a U-turn.
So go, park, you see these, sorry, not the hangar, the shipping containers?
Shipping containers, yeah.
Yeah, that's alright. We'll go along the grass here. Keep it going straight for a bit.
Mindful of the wing on the left.
Yeah.
Turn right.
Yeah, start now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. Alright. Parking. Okay, shut down. So flaps up, strobe is off, parking brake is set, electrical equipment is off, avionics.
Switch off, keys off, master switch off, control lock, it's okay, fuel selector, we are in an incline.
Yeah, we'll put it on left or right.